Chapter 1: The Dawn of Life. Billions of years ago, Earth was nothing but a swirling ball of fire, dust, and molten rock. Slowly, it cooled and oceans formed. In those oceans, tiny sparks of life began to appear. They were not humans, not animals, not even plants, just microscopic cells invisible to the naked eye. These small creatures were the pioneers of life. They divided, multiplied, and adapted. Some learned to capture sunlight, creating energy through photosynthesis. Others hunted their microscopic neighbors. Slowly, the foundation of the tree of life was planted. Chapter 2: The Age of Giants. Millions of years passed. From those simple cells came more complex beings, creatures with backbones, fins, and eyes. Fish dominated the oceans. Later, some creatures crawled onto land, giving birth to amphibians and reptiles. The world was ruled by dinosaurs for more than 160 million years. But fate had different plans. A giant asteroid struck Earth around 65 million years ago, wiping out the dinosaurs. Their extinction opened doors for smaller creatures, especially mammals, to rise. Among them were small, furry beings hiding in the shadows, feeding on insects, seeds, and fruit. These humble mammals were our distant ancestors. Chapter 3: The First Primates. After the fall of dinosaurs, primates appeared. They lived in trees, jumped from branch to branch, and survived by eating fruits and leaves. Their eyes faced forward, giving them sharp vision. Their hands could grasp branches tightly. These abilities gave them an advantage over other creatures. With time, some primates evolved bigger brains. Curiosity grew in them, and so did their ability to solve problems. Millions of years later, a special branch of primates began walking partly upright. They were not yet human, but they were on the path. Chapter 4: The First Steps on 2 Feet. Around 4 to 6 million years ago in Africa, an extraordinary change happened. Some ape-like creatures began standing upright. Walking on 2 legs freed their hands. They could carry food, hold tools, and even protect themselves. These beings are known today as Australopithecus. Their journey was not easy. They lived in wild forests and open grasslands filled with predators like lions, leopards, and giant snakes. Yet their intelligence and teamwork gave them a chance to survive. Chapter 5: The Age of Early Humans. About 2.5 million years ago, a new kind of ancestor appeared, Homo habilis, the handy man. They made simple stone tools to cut meat and crack nuts. These tools were the first sign of technology in human history. Later came Homo erectus, who learned to control fire. Fire gave warmth, protection, and the ability to cook food. Cooked food meant easier digestion and more energy for the brain. Step by step, humans were separating themselves from other animals. Chapter 6: The Great Wanderers. Homo erectus became explorers. They left Africa and spread across Asia and Europe. Their footprints can still be found today in ancient caves and riverbanks. They hunted animals, made shelters, and lived in small groups. Over time, their descendants evolved into different forms. In Europe, they became Neanderthals, strong, powerful beings with large brains. In Africa, another branch evolved into Homo sapiens, our direct ancestors. Chapter 7: The Rise of Homo sapiens. Around 200,000 years ago in Africa, the first true humans appeared. They looked much like us. They could speak, create art, and imagine things that did not exist. This ability to dream and share ideas made them different from every other species. Slowly, Homo sapiens spread across the globe. They painted on cave walls, carved symbols, and buried their dead with care. They hunted mammoths, built rafts, and crossed seas. Chapter 8: The Age of Ice and Fire. The Earth went through ice ages. Huge sheets of ice covered lands, forcing humans to adapt. They invented warm clothing from animal skins and built stronger shelters. Fire became not only a source of heat but also a center of community. Around campfires, stories were born. This was the age when humans developed spirituality. They looked at the stars, lightning, and thunder and began to wonder about gods and powers beyond their world. Chapter 9: The First Villages. Around 12,000 years ago, humans discovered farming. Instead of chasing animals, they planted seeds and raised crops. Instead of wandering, they settled down. Villages appeared near rivers where fertile soil helped crops grow. Farming changed everything. Food surplus allowed population growth. People began building permanent houses, storing grain, and taming animals. the bond between humans and nature deepened. Chapter 10: The Birth of Civilizations. Villages grew into towns, towns grew into cities. In Mesopotamia, the land between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates, the first great civilization was born. They created writing to record trade and stories. In Egypt, humans built pyramids and temples honoring their gods and pharaohs. In the Indus Valley, people created advanced cities with drainage systems. In China, dynasties rose, bringing order and wisdom. Humans had truly transformed the earth. Chapter 11: The Age of Knowledge. As centuries passed, humans invented wheels, sails, and metals. They created mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Great philosophers asked deep questions about life while explorers crossed oceans to discover new lands. The human journey had gone from stone tools to iron swords, from campfires to libraries. Each generation added knowledge for the next. Chapter 12: The Modern Human. Fast forward thousands of years, humans built kingdoms, fought wars, discovered electricity, invented machines, and finally entered the digital age. The same species that once painted on cave walls now paints pictures with pixels on computer screens. From the tiny spark of life in the ocean to modern civilization, the story of human formation is a story of survival, creativity, and endless curiosity. Conclusion: the journey never ends. The journey of human formation is not over. Evolution continues, and so does our learning. We came from the dust of stars, crawled through the mud, walked through forests, survived ice, built cities, and now dream of exploring the universe. Humans are not just formed by evolution, they are formed by dreams, struggles, and the fire that burns inside to always go further.